Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man, Moray DB. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know what new material coming out. IG _ Elephant Man _ podcast, Facebook / Elephant Man Podcast, Twitter / Poster Boys. Hit the Paleo Hebrew in the bottom right corner. Subscribe to YouTube. Also, subscribe to the Grow Culture channel. The Grow Culture channel, I'm gonna put that in the chat as well. It's about learning how to grow fruits and vegetables, giving garden tips, giving different tips on how to grow fresh fruits and vegetables. We'll get to that page in a little bit. It's only got 13 subscribers. It's brand new, and so subscribe to that channel. I'm gonna put the link to that in the chat. Subscribe to A Grow Culture. All right, blessings to everybody that is on the playback. And let me get that out. I got the wrong. Let me get this off here. That's on the playback, and that's those who are joining me for this live. Blessings to everybody. Every Sunday, 6 p.m. Central, Yatarian Spell Life, we gonna be on here. Now, if we can't get in here in person, up in here, which I plan on doing, we will have a good replay one. All right, blessings to everybody. Blessings to everybody coming in the chat. Shalom, shalom. I hope you guys had a good Shabbat yesterday. So blessings to everybody. Okay, 78 Vet, shalom. Blessings to you, 78 Vet, shalom. Sharice Reed, shalom. Blessings to you, and make sure you share, and everybody that's coming in the chat, share. We're not gonna be long, but I just got a chance to take my nap and got a chance to just get ready for the show. I'll be excited about these builds. Right? So blessings to everybody that's coming now. What I'm gonna talk about tonight is fire and ice. Accountability. My man's in the middle is D1. He's a Christian, a gospel. He's a follower of the way. And you see, we got Meek Mill, we got Jim Jones, and we got man, I forgot his name, Rick Ross. And it's kind of old news because it's been a couple of days, but I wanted to just let it marinate and different things like that. And it's pretty much, I have just a few questions about it. And we live in an age, man, where it's really, really wild. And no one wants to be held accountable. It reminds me of I'm gonna read that script. I'm gonna read Genesis 4. When Cain slew Abel, and he said Abba Yahuwah was looking for Abel, and it's like, where is your brother? He knew exactly where he was, but he was just basically like asking Cain, where's your brother at? And he made the famous statement that we hear all the time. I don't know, am I my brother's keeper? Right? And so we live in the age of all kind of stuff going on, right? We got even churches that don't want to be held accountable, right? They don't even want to be held accountable, right? We got church members, they don't want to be held accountable, right? Everybody's putting a magnifying glass up. We got brews that don't want to be held accountable. My thing is, I thought the Most High had a plumb line. I'm getting ahead of myself. We live in a culture where we are assimilated to a Greco-Roman culture, Greco-Roman racist white Christianity. I done lost 4 or 5 people by saying that. That sounds like mudslinging and rock throwing. But it is saying the law is did away with. When Yahushua himself said, I didn't do away with the law, I kind of fulfill the law. So when we do away with the law, what's left but lawlessness, right? So we can move the goalpost, we can wiggle and move it any kind of way we want to. I believe in restoration. I also believe in restoration. Some things were done away with, some stuff was removed, some stuff was added to. the precepts. Some stuff was taken away from the precepts, and right now we have Catholicism going on right now. And I'm not dogging Catholics, but we're gonna get to that in a minute too. This is not a mudslinging. This is a nice show. The Red Elephant Man podcast is gonna be nice from here on out. But I want to be able to share this thing with the D1 thing. I think it's very interesting, man. We grew up on hip hop. Shout out to hip hop. We've been playing hip hop music. Well, I have been for years. I grew up in the golden age of hip hop, where you just can put out anything. Like if you didn't have the best material, you're not coming out, right? And the golden age of quote unquote hip hop was kind of like, I want to say, realistically, 87 to 93 to me, 94 maybe. Oh, 95 has some interesting things. So 87 to 95, really. 95, 96, right? So, but we've been listening to, it's been the soundtrack of most of our lives, those who grew up listening to these different music. But I want to play this little thing from D1. I like D1 before he was, before he became real popular and known and stuff like that. I liked his music, man, because I like what he's doing out here, and he's gaining traction from all different sects, SECTS. That, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right with my Midwest accent. So basically he people that don't even believe, they're not even followers of the way. And they still got mad love and respect for him. But basically, in a nutshell, he was basically saying, "Yo, we have to live, practice what we preach, pretty much." But I'm gonna let them say it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video real quick, like, and let's get into it. And then I got the response. A lot of you guys seen it. The response of Rick Ross and Jim Jones' response to it. But let's check it out.
Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Because are you the face of prison reform? Or are you sitting here on your new song with Ross talking about getting somebody murked and shot at the red light? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Because I did a shoe giveaway in my city and gave out 1,300 pairs of your shoes because they said reform underneath them. And I love that you partnered with a major shoe company and you out here pushing prison reform. But now I got to sit here like, man, this man glorifying getting people killed as of a week ago. Like, what are you doing, bro? Lil Snoop really got killed. That broke your heart. You wear him around your neck. Why are you glorifying the same thing when my best friend got killed? When Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral. And I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend. It gave me chills, and I needed that moment. That was my come to Jesus moment of like, D, you got to do something different, brother, because you have a taste for this poison, but you're attracted to the poison. And rap is great. The rap game, hip hop industry is great at cooking up some delicious poison. I don't call you out because I got a problem with you, man. Like, I wish we could go get lunch right now, me and any of them. I love you too much to not be honest with you.
There you go.
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
And so if anybody feel bad about being called out, it's like, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about it and let's just figure out what we can do better. But at the end of the day, guess what's not changing? The word of God ain't changing.
Okay.
There's death and life in the power of the tongue, Proverbs 18 and 21. That's not changing. And trying with this foolish argument that it's just entertainment. This ain't real.
Mm-hmm.
How many more people got to die in the hood, man? How many people at the end of the day, lives got to get ruined and poisoned? And how many rappers got to get killed for us to be like, come on, man, when it's hip hop, it's a whole culture, and it's implied that this is autobiographical and this is non-fiction tales that people are telling. How much does that have to happen? So don't hit me with that. People just don't want to confront the reality of this stuff.
I hear some people saying, why would you publicly challenge certain artists that are glorifying murder and drug dealing and negativity in their music? The better question is, why would you not? If they have the audacity to publicly push these messages out there and reach the masses with them, then we should have the audacity to publicly oppose these messages. It don't go like, oh, you could put all that harmful stuff out there and reach whoever you want loudly and proudly, but we got to hit you up one-on-one on the cool. Like, if we got an issue with it, we got to say something behind the scenes and quietly, because we don't want to offend you. If we're trying to do God's work, it don't work like that. See, for the first time, a line is being drawn, and that line is making people uncomfortable because you having to decide what side you on. Are you on the side that's okay with them messages and okay with the impact of those negative messages, or are you on the side that's like, nah, we ain't rocking with that? You heard me? And a lot of people never had to decide which side of the line it was on, and it's making people uncomfortable right now. But that's not finna make me quiet. That's not finna make us quiet, because when you're doing God's work, it ain't something to be quiet about. It's something to be proud of.
Meek Mill, you could do better. Jim Jones.
All right, so that's the stuff that he was saying. Very, very good, very, very powerful. Rick Ross called him out. This is Rick Ross response. I'm gonna play Jim Jones response. But he got some good points there. You know what I mean? Believers, followers of the way. We love Babylon so much, and we hate to be rejected by this culture, this system, and it's destroying us. So, you know, even shout out to Umar. He mentioned something about it. Shout out to Boyce Watkins. And you already know Professor Griff. You know what I mean? Those guys are not believers like that, the followers of the way, but they still spoke out against it. So shout out to those guys. But it's not about coming at somebody. You know, even today, because one thing that stood out to me that was kind of crazy, it's like, man, you know what I mean? Don't judge. Get the beam out your own eye. Get the mote out your own eye. You got churches saying this now, right? You got churches saying this. And it's kind of like, when are we going to say something about the Goliath, right? And people say, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. People think that rebuke and correction is not being nice. When you in Rome, do as the Romans do, taking scripture out of context and being soft. You feel me? It's like, it's death, man. It's a spiritual warfare. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness and principalities in high places. So I don't think that it was so much coming at a certain person, but you got to also look at, not to go there, but to go there, who writing their checks, right? Who writing their checks. And I just think a lot of times it's like, yo, my kids can go to private school. My kids can live on the best side of town. And you make these songs about death, destruction, murder, mayhem, madness. And then my kid, other people kids, they got to bury their kids or go visit their kids in jail. Right. And so it's time out for that. You know what I mean? And then people be like, man, you know, sweep around your, you know, don't judge. You do you and I do me. But I'm saying, my question is this though. Yahushua HaMashiach, he got the plumb line. He got his word, right? We could. He said, "He who wins souls is wise." We can share the truth and love, right? We can share the truth and love, right? We got all of these titles. We got all of these different. We glorify being this and being that, but we can't even talk about, you know, the stuff, the ills that hurt our community, man. Right? We got to be able to pray for one another, work with one another. Again, I'm not coming at nobody, but I'm just saying it's a David and Goliath situation, it seems like, right? All the children of Israel, the ones who were supposed to be fighting, they read and believed the report of Goliath. He was a war machine. He was that dude. However, he was an uncircumcised Philistine, meaning that he wasn't in covenant with the Most High Yah. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine who dare challenge the armies of the Most High Yah? Right? So David, he was out of order. He was out of place. He didn't do it. That ain't what you're supposed to do, David. You're supposed to come bring the lunches and go on back. But y'all ain't doing nothing. I do it. That's what he was. And he wasn't coming in his own might, but he came in the power of the Most High Yah. But I'm gonna share this video real quick, and we're gonna chop it up a little bit more. But he was kind of upset, man. So let's check this out.
You could do better, Rick Raw. You could do better. I gotta see you do better. Wait. Little man, whoever you is, until you feed the kids where you from for 20 years straight. Don't question Rose. Wait until you buy 10,000 bikes, 10,000 trikes. Give all the young girls who pregnant Pampers for Christmas for 20 years straight. Don't question boss. You heard me, little man? Get that basket off your head so you could think clear, little man. You going viral for speaking on niggas' names, not because of your talent, not because of your gift. Go viral, player, off of your wisdom that you sharing. You speaking on this, yeah, Meek Mill. You said, well, you know how many niggas died this summer? They released self-destruction. It's niggas dying right now. It's gonna be niggas don't make it to see in the morning. Get that basket off your head, boy, and come together with real niggas around the world. So when your grandma need a kidney, nigga, since you want to go viral, I'm gonna show you how to go viral, little man. But go viral feeding them kids in your hood. Go viral giving them bikes away. Go viral Christmas time. Now don't be saying Jim Jones just gave away goddamn 6 figures worth of clothes in his hood, and you a nigga who talking, looking vegan, knowing you eat more goddamn Piggly Wiggly bacon than any other nigga out here. Shut up. Yeah, Mr. Rasta, man. Mr. Vegan, man. Make sure you go viral. Thanksgiving when you stuff the stuffing upon the turkey bomber clot asshole. Make sure it dangle from the net. Start with the old lady, then bless the old lady all the way down to the youth them. You understand, Rasta, man? And little man, I know real Rastas, which you are far from. You heard me?
Rick Ross. First.
So it was apologize for the cursing. A lot of you guys already seen the video, but he was very livid about it. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, I give out turkeys and trikes. Don't come at me about my lyrics. You know what I mean? And so it was kind of like it was justified. But then will come January, what's gonna happen? Right? We don't want our kids on the shirt no more. Right? We don't want them in jail no more. We want different. We really want different. Right? And so I was sharing with my wife right now, like the organic, that grassroots is what's gonna do it, right? Because we got people in high places that's gatekeepers. We got preachers that's gatekeepers. We got politicians. We got public officials. We got people that own these things that are the gatekeepers, right? And they just give out stuff and cool. That's good. That's good. You gave out that stuff, man. But when they consume your music, it's also a publicity thing for you. They're gonna consume your music, and as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And he gonna consume that. She gonna consume that, right? And so again, I'm not coming at him, but evidently he didn't know, because he didn't this young man didn't have a big enough platform as Rick Ross and all of them guys. He didn't have a big enough platform, so it was kind of like, man, what you doing in the community? You ain't doing nothing in the community. He didn't do his homework before he got on there. He got on there in his raw emotion, right? He got on there in his raw emotion. So let's check out this last part.
First of all, I love you, brother, and I want you to know that, because you sounded a little upset in your video reply to me. But I love you too much to not be honest with you. And right now, you're deflecting. I was talking about your lyrical content, and you talking about turkeys. I'm talking about you as a hip-hop OG still glorifying murder and drug dealing in your music. And you talking about turkeys? Bro, more people are streaming your music than eating your turkeys. You can believe that, brother. Oh, then you can make fun of my accent and my hair, brother, that's lightweight. You hear me? What am I doing to help my community? Well, my whole adult life, I've been a middle school teacher. Now I'm a full-time hip-hop artist. Just dropped my 10th album. It's called Uno. You should check it out, actually. I've helped to give out hundreds of thousands of dollars in college scholarships for students around this country, done financial literacy tours year after year, brother. Shoe drives, toy drives, voter registration rallies, prison ministry. I'm currently a professor at Tufts University teaching the intersection of hip-hop and social change, and I'm a fellow at Harvard University. Ultimately, I'm just trying my best to do God's work in this industry, bro. Then you say, won't I go viral with my own content? Brother, you're a little late to the party. I've been successful for a while, man, and not having to glorify the things that's harmful to our community. Could you do that? I'm curious. Bro, I work with some of the same artists as you, The Game, Lupe, Big Crit, Juvenile, Manny Fresh, Currency, Kevin Gates, Sway, Charlamagne. These people know me, man. So as black men, let's do our best to do God's work and not glorify what's holding us down, man.
All right.
See this? This is
Very, very interesting, man. That's very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. I want to play before I look at the comments. I want to play Jim Jones threats too, you know, because my wife said it was almost spiritual. Jim Jones comments, fair use, and apologize for the language ahead of time. But let's check out Jim Jones because he was kind of upset too.
Yeah.
For the people.
Mm-hmm. He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. You got to watch whose names you mentioning out here.
Mm-hmm.
You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name. You heard? And then he might want to slap a dread out your head just because he don't understand that you're using my name for fame and he don't understand that.
Yeah.
There's a certain way to go about certain things when you're using certain people's names. When you do certain things, it's a reaction for every action.
What's the best way?
It's out now. It ain't no best way to have a conversation. He got to see me when he see me now.
Okay.
You heard?
If he reached out,
He had the chance. He could have reached out. That avenue of talking to me is out.
That's out.
You heard? I had the same conversation with Farrakhan.
How did that go?
He summoned me for saying his name.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
If you know now what you're talking about, young man, let me school you to what you're doing. Well, yeah, it is music. So in a bit of music, you do get get what you get, you heard? But we're still in the entertainment business. But miss me with the bullshit, you heard? When you see me, keep your hand down, you heard? Where you from, New Orleans? Don't play with me like that. People from New Orleans already called me, you heard? You preacher, get out of here.
I'm told too.
What was that, King?
He told?
Yeah, he told.
So we ain't gonna get into that.
No.
I don't want to heat him up. Will you snap on him?
Yeah, of course.
No.
Look like you sell incense
We
all day.
got other things we could go. But listen, I'll say this.
He look like he sell chew sticks on 2/5 by the 4th train.
Come on, let's not do that. Come on, Jim. No, but listen, what I'm saying is, I'm glad you addressed
bro, he's not. Let's not even talk about him. I don't even know him.
Let's move on.
I don't really care about him. He's a figment of my imagination.
Well, let me say this.
People reprimanded for less. I promise you.
Yeah,
niggas will wrinkle your shirt for way less than that.
Yeah. I will say he's been putting in work for years.
Yeah.
And he's been all over the country.
He didn't work obviously not working for him because he's using other people's name. If he was doing something from his heart, he shouldn't use nobody else's name. If you've been outside doing that work.
That's it. I don't want to go back and forth. I just want y'all to know he's done work. He does work in a different area.
All right, keep doing work. You heard?
Okay.
Leave me out of that. You heard? I promise you, leave me out of that. I'm scared for anybody that bothers me. I don't want no drama. I don't want you to mention my name because I don't want no drama. I don't want to get attitude because you mentioned my name for no reason. I don't even want to get into that.
Okay.
I start glitching and shit like that. You heard? You got me very upset about this, bro. Let me know what you do besides preaching to the people, bro. You heard? When you want to do something positive and do something for the people instead of talking, holla at me, bro.
So I didn't realize because I just.
All right. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna say this though. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. And if this young man is sent by the Most High Yah, to draw a line in the sand and start the conversation. Then to say that he's just a preacher. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll do that. On you know what I mean? Because we don't understand. We so far removed from the fear of the Most High, we don't have wisdom. We lack wisdom. That's why we lack purpose. That's like we don't even understand. We like, yo, this man is trying to get clout. Basically, brother was saying he's trying to use clout chasing. Right? I don't think that young man was clout chasing. And just because he's not in your circle with your platform and don't know your people like they should, right, does not mean that he's not. Man, he need to go do some work. And the man been doing work. I've been following him, right? He had a song called "I Paid Sally Mae Back," talking about paying off student loans. You know, these different things are. You know, we go to school, we go to college. We don't get no grant, we get loans, right? And we got to be able to. Soon as we get out of college, we got to start paying that stuff back. He's talking about the strategy about paying Sally Mae back, owning property. You know what I mean? He had one. He's talking about something about his car. It's interesting. It's an interesting song, man. It was a couple of moons ago, and you know, folk talking about, man, they looking for you in Louisiana and stuff. But you know, a lot of these guys, man, they don't really understand, man. So you pretty much got to pray for them too. You feel what I'm saying? Because if he on assignment from the Most High Yah, then that's dangerous. But like I said, the respect, the reverence, and the fear of the Most High Yah not there. It's really not there, right? And so, but the fear is going to return. That's one of the things that's going to be restored. Just like with this awakening of the Israel, the true Israel people, it's a lot. Abba Yah is not the author of confusion. We got people talking about the rapture, post-trib, pre-trib, mid-trib. We're going to be flying away. We're going to be out of here before that. That's cool. Believe what you need to believe. It is what it is. But I'm saying, man, the Most High Yah, the fear of the Most High Yah is going to be returned. It's going to be restored, right? And so everybody try to make a name for themselves. That's one of the themes that I keep hearing, making a name. You out here trying to make a name for yourself off of my name. But your name ain't the name above all names, Yahushua HaMashiach. And he gracing you with life to get it together. He's long suffering to all of us. So we pretty much got to pray. That's why Yahushua, he said, Abba, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And he meant that too. And at any time, if he was in his flesh, he could have called 12 legions of angels down and wiped out the whole Roman army, wiped them out clean, and would have been justified in it. But they say he was a sheep led to the slaughter. He didn't say a mumbling word. I like what he said that keeps resonating now. Man, I love you too much not to tell you the truth. Let's dialogue. Let's get the conversation going. The people, the gatekeepers that is over them, that's writing their checks, you guys can break away. You guys don't understand. This stronghold that's over our community is just, it needs to be broken. And you cannot tell me that artists, all they can talk about is a certain thing. But like I said before, they can hold your, if you sign a contract, they can hold your music. They can table they can table your music. It won't drop until you put some more of that gangster stuff out. You might say, yo, I'm going a whole different way with my music. I got something to tell. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of these guys getting older and they might want to talk about, you know, midlife or kids or grandkids and, you know, storytellers. Everything is about that, but it's what sells, right? And so I think some of them even held hostage against their own will to say, yo, man, I gotta do this kind of music because it's what sells, and then my stuff not gonna release. And I'm gonna go back to a lower form. But it's a stronghold. It's a lot of strongholds out here, y'all. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. I'm not coming at Jim Jones. I didn't play that to expose him. I'm not coming at Rick Ross, Meek Mill. I didn't play that to expose him. But I'm saying the Pied Piper, who is the puppet master behind it, that's doing our community. And again, we still at an infant state, right? We got more churches and liquor stores and fast food joints in our communities, and we still at the infant state, right? We got to grow up. We have to grow up, and we have to come together as a community. We have to grow up and come together collective as a community in Yahusha, right? That's gonna draw a division. That's gonna draw a line in the sand right there. Things of Yahusha. It's drawing a line in the sand with churches. I was tripping off of that. We go along to get along. We got churches that's setting up jab centers. I kid you not. Setting up your facility to give the jab out. That's insane. It's the same thing as the Tuskegee experiment. But I digress, because I said that's going to be good. All right? And I'm not ragging and bagging on the churches either. I'm just saying, yo, we're in the infant state waiting for the next Republican, next Democrat, next presidential whatever, when Yahushua said, yo, if my people who's called by my name humble themselves, pray, turn from the wicked ways, then when I hear from heaven, then when I hear they land. Right? So it's bigger than just church attendance. It's bigger than just whatever. It's bigger than that. It's about getting the word, let the seed germinate in our heart, let it bring forth much fruit, and then go and apply what we learn. The fear of the Lord, the fear of the Most High will return. The fear of the Most High will return. Earth is not swallowing up and lightning bolts coming down and all that. And that stuff ain't happening. So since it's delayed, people think it's denied. So I'm gonna play this last video, and we gonna get out of here. I know this is a rough one, and I know some folk gonna be tripping off of this video, but it's all right. It's okay, because we gotta have a conversation, because sometimes we think, man, that's a conglomerate, right? Them folk behind it, they own the radio stations, they own the record shops, they own the banks, they own the television shops, and they got us out here, reality TV shows got us out here looking like a buffoon for $1, a fiat dollar. That don't even have no value to it. Got us out here looking crazy. Got us out here looking for the applaud and the opinion of man, right? So it brought a conviction when I seen. I'm like, yo, man, this dude drawing a line in the sand. You know, because sometimes you go hard or whatever. Cats be like, man, they don't take all that. Judge, listen at you be judged, taking scriptures out of context. What is the standard? What is the plumb line? He got a plumb line. He got a way of doing things. We are quoted Shem. We are followers of the way. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man come to the Father but by me. We are followers of the way. We are led by the Ruach, led by the Spirit. Right? We got to be led by the Spirit. And we don't walk in lawlessness. We're not gonna say the law done away with and walk in lawlessness and take hybrid, assimilate to the culture around us, because we love Babylon so much. But take or leave his feast days. But get offended when we take or leave attendance to church. We had take or leave his feast days But let's all rally for Israel, and this, that, and other. We got churches talking about let's rally for Israel. We got true Israel talking about rallying for Israel. Are you crazy? Do you see what they doing to them people? Now I know the justification is like they're the enemies of the Most High, and they just that. Man, you don't blow up no hospital with no kids in it. I know the Arab community don't like. Sometimes they don't get along with her, but I don't care who community is. You don't blow up no hospital with people in it. That's called humanity. That's what we praying for. And people got mixed bag on that. Some folk be like, well, in the Bible, he told them to destroy and wipe out all. This not that. This not that. He said, let the wheat and tear grow together. We either sow a seed or we water the seed, and Abba Yahuwah going to get the increase or the decrease. And we don't have to be confused if we stick to his laws, statutes, and commandments that he set up. Don't say, oh, it's done away with. And we don't, everything from the New Testament on back. Don't even worry about it. That's crazy. And that's why it's lawlessness. We got to step up our game as people of the Most High Yah, right? And we just running scared when we got the power in us. We either waiting for the Exodus or we waiting to be raptured up for those who are Israel that's still in the Christian churches. No. Abba Yah, we operate in power. We operate in the power, dominion, might, authority over the principalities and powers. That's warfare for somebody to be in one camp and then go to the other camp. What happened to you that's listening to me? If you are really a part of the Quote Hashem, if you are really a part of the Most High Yah team, that happened to you. You was one way, you was lost, and then you was found, right? Right? That's warfare, to go from one territory to another. That's straight up warfare. Right? We become born again into the spirit. Right? The enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy you. Who should say, I come that you may have life and that more abundantly. So when I see these kind of stories, it kind of like, yo, man, you can't be indifferent. You can't sit on the sidelines, man. Get that rah-rah back. Because you thinking man, I'm like, yo, that's it. Right? And we expect people to say, oh, man, don't leave people alone. Okay, why? You going to wait till it come to your doorstep? If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. It sound not nice to the flesh, but it sounds not nice to the flesh. But he say one thing. He says, "Man, I love you enough not to tell you the truth." Dang, am I my brother's keeper? I don't know where Abel at. He know good and doggone well. You know where Abel is at, because you killed him. But I want you to identify. I want you to see where you at. I want you to locate yourself, because I was there, even though it seemed like I wasn't there. I was there when you killed Abel. So when I come and ask you, hey, where your brother at? I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? Right? Being selfish, cold-hearted, and selective empathy. But anyway, I'm not gonna go on there. I'm gonna play this last little video. I'm gonna read these comments, and then I'm gonna share some. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, maybe I can get some lights. Grow Culture, right? This is the website. This is the. I want you guys to subscribe to Grow Culture if you can. We got 13 subscribers. We're trying to get this page big. Grow this page. We're gonna learn about growing fresh fruits, fresh vegetables in small spaces. It don't matter where you at, containers, no matter what's up, because we need to be able to grow our own food. So go to Grow Culture and subscribe to it. I'm about to leave the link back in there again. And we're gonna get right in. I'm gonna get to these comments. But anyway, let's paste this. Some people are gonna take this the wrong way. People are gonna take this the wrong way. What? But anyway, I'm gonna play this thing right here. I played the wrong thing, so let me stop that screen and then go to the other screen. And then I'm gonna read the comments, and then we're gonna get out of here. Also, Tuesday, if you go to Elephant Man Podcast Facebook, we're gonna have a free cover crop webinar. Come to it, check it out. I'm gonna play it at the end, but let's watch this last little video about D1, man. He's
Then I mean, because like you said, lukewarm is a difficult place to be when you're looking at the creator. But in the world that we live in, lukewarm is how you survive. So speak to that, because like I say, if you're not gonna be lukewarm, then you're gonna be a free man.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? And everybody's not ready to be a free man.
Bro, I love y'all boys, man. Being a free man don't mean that you're gonna be a rich man by the world standard
at all.
But it means that you're storing up your riches in heaven.
That's right.
But then you could be a glitch in the matrix and you realize, and by the grace of God, I've realized that you can still have worldly wealth and still be storing up your riches in heaven. It's not impossible. You know what I mean? So shout out to the people with the big public platforms who still put God on display boldly. Shout out to Coach Prime.
Yeah.
Shout out to Deion Sanders. Getting to the bag, but getting to the blessings, you heard me? And still putting that word out there. It's possible.
And see, I love what you said right there, but as a free man, now don't get it messed up. Everybody can get to this money, but that's when the education has to come in. See, there are other free men out here that understand how to get to the money, but they're not telling the other people to liberate them so that they could be free as well. Because guess what? They want to sit out there with their fishing net in that damn lake by themselves getting all the damn fish. So that's why I come in and I'm like, you know what? You want some information, fellas? Here it is. I got plenty more of it where that came from. But my whole thing is that we're not focusing on getting the information and educating the people to be free. So if I don't know how to fish when I leave my job, stuff is going to get real, because survival instincts have to kick in too. And you need to figure out how to eat tonight.
And he also say he want us to have the abundant life. You know what I'm saying? Job was a rich man. Joseph was a rich man. You know what I'm saying? Moses, everybody, David, they was all rich men. So what was their difference in being rich and the people who are rich today? Where do the line draw? What's the difference then? Because they was rich too. What did they do different that we need to be doing today?
The difference is what you got to glorify in order to get them riches. That's the difference. And if it's not, them blessings and that elevation is not coming from God, if you having to glorify things that are clearly not of God and not right in God's eyes in order to ascertain them blessings.
But even Moses killed, Paul was Saul killed. They did all these things, but they were still great people. So is it up to us to say you glorifying it? That's when I think it becomes judgmental and we judging, you feel me? And when we point the finger, three pointing back at us. So and that's why I have to come to the offense of Rick Ross. You know, when he say, I'm doing this, I'm giving this, I'm doing this, pay attention to the good. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But so are you, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we have to be, show some grace, understanding of each other, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's a bad person. I know you ain't a bad person. I'm not a bad person. Yeah. A lot of us have good in us because we all come from God. Absolutely. But we all have to grow to the realization of who we really are, and realize when we realize that, that's when we have everything. And everybody just not there at the same time. You feel me?
5 words. Accountability is not an attack. That's it, bro. Accountability is not an attack. That doesn't mean that we're not called to show grace to people and be patient with people. But at a certain point, it's not hating on nobody. It's not being jealous. It's not trying to go viral off somebody's name. It's called accountability, man. You know, they won't call it clout chasing when they're looking for an excuse to basically be like, hey, don't hold people accountable. One thing I would never do Two things I would never do. Y'all in the hallway recording, record this. No, record this. Yeah. Look, for those of y'all who watching online, the hallway is packed. You heard me? They like, oh, they talking here. Two things I would never do. Number one, I would never publicly call out someone for vices or shortcomings that they're dealing with personally. So you dealing with this as a man behind the scenes and you struggling with this, but I'm going to go put that on Front Street publicly. No, public actions and public messages deserve public responses. Exactly. So I never do that because that's bullying and taking advantage of somebody. That's number one. Number two, I will never talk about the teenagers and the little young dudes that's still in their 20s, they're still trying to figure life out. They dealing with trauma. They getting popular and famous off of glorifying a bunch of messages that's getting them paid, but it might not be the healthiest for the community. Their brain is still developing until they're the age of 27. I will never call them out in such a way that's like, man, y'all got to do better, We here to teach them. But they looking up to the OGs in their 30s, in their 40s, and in their 50s. So if you in that type of bracket and you still out here practicing willful ignorance, you know better, but you choosing not to do better.
Accountability.
Thank you, Turk. I love you, brother.
Yeah, not what you breaking it down like that is communicated the right way. So we was off camera and I was telling you it ain't what you saying, it's how you saying it. How you just broke it down like that, I think that's the conversations we have to have in order to have an understanding, bro. And every altercation or confrontation comes from a misunderstanding. And that's what we have, especially as Black folks. Like, we don't know how to come and move our ego to the side. You know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
right.
Even with me and my brothers, man, like it's publicly the world see what's going on. It ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to deal with. You know, and some things we gonna deal with where y'all gonna see some things y'all not gonna see, and y'all just gonna see the the results of it. You feel me? But man, that was perfectly said, bro. Like, we all have to be held accountable. You feel me? Everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Wow, that's a good build up. That's a good word right there. Accountability is not an attack. Man, that's interesting. So Eric Tinsley, you said we need to stay in our own lane. I feel you on that, brother. We need to have patience towards each other and stay in our own lane. Yeah, but this calling it's a high calling, right? It's almost like, how can I say this? Like with Barkley, I don't know if y'all remember when Barkley, he's in the spotlight. He's being seen. He's being, and then something happened. I don't know what he said or did something. And then he was like, I'm not a role model. I don't know if y'all remember for the people who, remember Charles Barkley back in the days when he was playing, like, I ain't no role model. But you in the spotlight. You are in the mix. You are getting endorsement dollars. They buying your shoes because you are a role model. Right? They buying tickets to come see you play for the Suns, Phoenix, whoever, because you are a role model. So you can't be in that platform on that stage and say, man, I want the platform, I want the stage, but I ain't the role model. And so even with Israel, we're like, man, we Israel, we chosen. But you know what? We ain't gonna take the high road. We're not gonna walk circumspectly like the Most High Yah. So we walking in our flesh. I'm not saying you saying this, Eric. But we walking in our flesh, we doing our own thing. Even with the church, man, we love the titles. And I'm not making light of the titles. Prophets, preachers, teachers, evangelists, we everything, apostles, right? But then when it comes, man, we need to have an apostle stand. We need to have a prophetic stand. The prophets got killed for speaking the word of the Most High Yah. Not every time, not all the time. Assassination killed, friendships killed. Man, the Most High told them, they told the people, and it wasn't always well received. You feel me? So to whom much is given, much is required. That's why we went through the things that we went through for 400 years. And so to be restored, we not awakened to a temper tantrum little baby. It's things that has to take place if we're supposed to lead, You know what I mean? And we're going to be the league, right? He's going to clean this. He's going to clean his children up. He said, I'm going to write my laws on your heart, right? He's going to clean us up. Ezekiel 37, 38, the dry bones, right? It's things that has to take place. So you don't just awaken and be the same self. You awaken to the mind of the Mashiach, right? And then when we don't like it in our flesh, then we say, "Oh, that's the Greek and Roman part of it." Nah, he said, "Come take up your cross, follow me." He said, "Die to self." So it's intricate. It's a lot of intricate parts to it. But I get what you're saying though, because even with the whole Black quote unquote Black Lives Matter situation, and it's like, man, you're setting yourself apart to say Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. Blue lives matter. Yeah, blue lives do matter. Yeah, all lives do matter. But we wouldn't have to say Black Lives Matter if we really truly believe that Black Lives Matter. And we're not talking about the political. They didn't form the organization and got money from Soros, who's the Khazar, and he's funding it and this, that, and the other. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about just a plain, flat out statement that Black Lives Matter. Like, yo, man, you just can't just be playing with a stick in the street and you say you fear for your life and you shoot us and kill us, and they say, oh, well, he feared for his life. He got to make it home to his wife and kids, and nobody held accountable. Then the next police do it, the next police do it. That's the whole thing like that. So that's why I'm saying it's like you can't go really back and forth with that. It's kind of like this what's going on with it. You know what I mean? Black Lives Matter, but not the political one. So too much is given, much is required. I know we're taking the stance, man, forget them all. We need to work on our community. I'm the first to do that. I'm the first Kwam Yasharal. Yasharal, rise up. You know what I mean? Not in your might or by your power, but by his spirit. Because if you rise up in your might or your power, we're going to be in the same position. Trying to raise up a Fred Hampton, trying to raise up a Marcus Messiah Garvey, trying to raise up a Malcolm X, or whoever. You know what I'm saying? So it had to be in his time and in his wisdom and by his spirit. And if Abba Yahuwah be for us, who can be against us? So we can't slow down prophecy. We can't stop prophecy. We can't make somebody else be the people who's not the people, right? We romanticize Israel, occupied Israel right now. We got churches. We got true Israel romanticizing occupied Israel. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. True Israel, church full of true Israel, romanticizing occupied Israel. They can find billions of dollars for occupied Israel, right? But you can't find reparation. But it all goes to the Deuteronomy. I'm getting out of here after this. I'm gonna share one thing with you. It all goes to the Deuteronomy 68. No man shall buy you. Ain't nobody gonna buy you. Ain't nobody gonna come for you. Nobody gonna help you. They ain't gonna help you. My God, I feel you, man. No, I feel you. I feel you. Blessings to you. No, we chatting. We chewing. And see how they broke that conversation down? We need to have more conversations like that. You know. Look at those who surround themselves and his wife. Okay. The Most High has held Israel accountable from the very start. Yeah. This is why, and I mentioned this to my brother, Pastor Lou, down in Atlanta like 2 days ago. This is why we can't just say, you just say the sinner's prayer, accept Republican Jesus in your heart, and then do what thou wilt. Grace and mercy. And it's like, yeah, but no. You don't say the sinner's prayer and then live lawless. You feel me? And we've been sold a bill of goods and be taught the wrong thing, man. We've been taught stuff out of context, right? To whom much is given, much is required. If you're a wild olive branch, Gentile, grafted into the tree of the Most High Yah, the Commonwealth of true Israel, then you're held accountable too. You can't steal, kill, destroy, and see people gonna say this judge it, right? You can't steal, kill, and destroy, and then say I'm with Yahushua. Like, wait a minute. What happens when true Israel steal, kill, and destroy? You held accountable, right? What happens when true Israel worship other gods? You held accountable. You going to Syria, you going to Babylon, you going to Egypt, we going to second Babylon. You gonna be the Philistines. We gonna be subject to them. But once we on the one accord and the right page with the Most High Yah, guess what happened? Guess what happened? We can't be if he be for us, who can be against us? So, like in Numbers, we got to hurt ourselves. We got to sin against ourselves, right? In order for because we can't, as long as they around us, they can't get to us. Even in Job, have you considered myself a Job? Yeah, I would get him, but you got a hedge around him. I can't touch him. Right? My nation, the apple of my eye, I can't. When they try to Balaam and Balak and Numbers, try to get him to curse him and do all this. I mean, I can't curse him, man. I got a hedge of protection around him and then right standards with him. Okay, we're gonna send our women there and get them to curse themselves, get them to blaspheme themselves, get them to speak against the Ruach ignorantly, right? So these people we look up to. So we got to pray for them, man. We're gonna pray for everybody. We're gonna close out as a prayer. But I'm gonna share this thing right here with the if you don't have the link, make sure you go to on the Facebook page and sign up for the cover crop. It's a free webinar. So we can learn the cover crops, what is green manure, what's the cover crop. Make sure you sign up for it. But we're gonna pray. But I'm gonna try to show this video real quick, and then we can get out of here. Uh-oh. No sound to it? Okay, well. Oh, there you go. Okay. Shorts is kind of generic to me. Shorts, let's pray. Yeah. We gotta, man. I know people are gonna take this one. Mm-hmm. Oh, you roll out my crazy. Oh man, these comments is crazy. But we got to pray. Abba Yah, in the name of Yahushua, we praying right now for Jim Jones, for Meek Mill, for Rick Ross, with a sincere heart. Abba Yah, we standing in the gap and praying for those brothers that they may see the light of day, that they may see you, Abba Yah, and glorify you and have fear of you. The fear of the Most High, the fear of you is the beginning of wisdom. So we ask you to bless them. We thank you for letting them still be alive, because eternity is a long time and you're long suffering, because it's your will that no man shall perish, but that all come into repentance. So we praying for them. We praying even right now for Brother D1 and people with the spirit of D1, Abba Yah, to continue to do your work, to continue to do your will, to continue to point others in the direction of you, to provoke the conversation. Abba Yah, we thank you. Expose the puppet masters, the check writers, Abba Yah, and so we can break free. So we can break free and have autonomy away from the oppressor, but be connected to you, the true vine. We don't want autonomy from you, Abba Yah. You are the vine, we are the branches. We don't want to be disconnected from you, but we want to have autonomy from the oppressor and the creator. I mean, from the oppressor and not from the creator. In Yahushua HaMashiach name we pray, amen. This is Fees. What's going on? Shalom. Yeah, you got to play the replay on this one. It's very interesting right there. Very, very interesting. Yeah, so we're going to have some stuff going on, man. Go ahead on to the Facebook page. If you haven't already, go on there. We're going to have different things coming on soon. Well, baby says subscribe. Also, go on to Elephant Man _ podcast, but / Elephant Man podcast on the Facebook, and find that cover crop and sign up for it. It's free, and you can be able to see what's going on with it. All right. Hit me up, y'all. Where's my email at? You guys got a prayer request, anything like that? Make sure you hit me up. Where's my email? Oh, there you go. Hit me up. elephantman050@gmail.com. Send me some ideas, different things, some people you guys want to see on the show, or some things you want to do. And I look back at the old show, that game show. We did that in 2021. I didn't know it was 2 years. Man, these years is floating. And so we just thank the Most High for everything that he's doing. We're going to get the panel going, the panel discussion going. We just thank the Most High, yeah. Woke baby. Woke baby. Yeah. Praise Yah. Time management. No, I ain't forgot about that. But you know what? No. You love Yah. Straight up. I'm working on something with that. I ain't forget about the time management. I was testing them out. I want to make sure because it's different methods. It's different methods. So I was testing it out. No. Because I want to know what I'm talking about when I present it. So it might be delayed, but it ain't denied. It's not denied. We're still doing the time management. Matter of fact, you love Yah, email me and I will send you the time management thing that I got. So email me, because I thank you for reminding me. I ain't forgot about that. Email me and I will send it to you. And it's elephantman050@gmail.com. I will send it to you. All right. So we got to figure out how to get another show on here, man, because once a week, it's cool. But I got to try to figure out a Thursday night or a Tuesday. So y'all can put also what another good night is, so we can be able to get on here. And I am going to check out the Hebrew Sphere 2.0 with Dante. I got to go check it out, see what's going on with that. I didn't get a chance to, man. I've been real busy with this webinar coming up on Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Central. Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversations, dealing with elephants in the room. I am out. Perfect.